afternoon. I am Vanessa with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, a 6-year-old is found dead on the bathroom floor at an East Dry River, Port of Spain home. Possible cooking gas shortage as Beetham fire shuts down MP operations in the area. The Transport Minister says there are no plans to raise PTSC prices, and internationally soaring petrol costs drive UK inflation to a 30-year high. And now the news in detail. Relatives are expected to be questioned in relation to the death of their 6-year-old relative Zachariah Charles last night. Reports state that Zachariah was bathing at the relative's St. Joseph Road East Dry River, Port of Spain home at around 7 p.m. when a relative saw the child lying still on the floor of the bathroom. The relatives took Zachariah to the Port of Spain General Hospital, where the child was declared dead at around 8:37 p.m. Police have detained the two relatives. In other news, cooking gas could be in short supply as smog from the Beetham landfill shuts down operations at the National Petroleum's refilling station in Sealots. The company says employees are unable to function as their work environment has become toxic. MP, however, assures customers that a contingency plan is in place in the event supply is disrupted. Fires have been burning at the Beetham landfill since last week, filling the air with toxic fumes. Truckers are now saying the situation is getting out of hand as they are unable to get gas to their customers. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sundanan has said that although fuel prices are set to increase on April 19th, there will be no increase in bus fares for the travelling public. The minister said the government's aim is to make sure the Public Transport Service Corporation becomes more efficient and reliable. He said the PTSC fleet will be increased with the additional 300 new buses, most of which will be fully electric. The minister promised that a fare increase was not on the table at this time. Talks to raise the retirement age from 60 to 65 have begun. Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Brian Manning, met yesterday with the Public Services Association to have cordial conversations surrounding the proposed increase in the retirement age from 60 to 65. Discussions are said to have been productive thus far and will continue in the future. A press release from the Ministry of Finance said conversations with other trade union bodies will continue. Internationally, prices are rising at their fastest rate for 30 years, driven by a sharp increase in petrol and diesel costs. The UK inflation rate rose to 7% in the year to March, the highest rate since 1992, and up from 6.2% in February. Analysts say prices are rising faster than wages, and there is pressure on the government to do more to help the struggling. The cost of living in the UK is expected to rise even further after the energy price cap was increased, driving up gas and electricity bills for millions. Since late last year, prices have been rising fast as pandemic restrictions have been eased and firms face higher energy and shipping costs, which they have passed on to consumers. Russia's invasion of Ukraine is now adding to the pain as the price of oil and other commodities climb higher. Financial experts say there is no longer a cost of living squeeze, but a financial squeeze for many people as price rises are accelerating and people's wages, benefits and pensions are failing to keep up. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, a 6-year-old is found dead on the bathroom floor at an East Dry River, Port of Spain home. Possible cooking gas shortage as Beetham fire shuts down MP operations in the area. The Transport Minister says there are no plans to raise PTSC prices, and internationally soaring petrol costs drive UK inflation to a 30-year high. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Miss Aisha Wells, the Queen of Talk, she's up next.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
We told people to share their best secrets, and we would share ours.
Listen, I